Hey guys, Dave with Airspool here, and we have a fantastic new feature that some of you are going to love, especially if you're an off-grid person, or if you are a cheap person, a parsimonious person, we'll say, and some of you aren't going to care much about it all. And if you happen to be an EG4 customer, this will work for you too. So keep watching even in that case. So what this is, it's the energy saving mode. And it's something that was on the old 410A units, but what's different about it now is it can run the compressor at 25%, 50%, 75%, or 100% of max speed. And instead, before the old 410A units were just at like 35%. And so here's how it works. So there's this button on the remote called SE, we'll call it the Save Energy button. And when you push it, this is our set point here. This plug shows that we are plugged into grid power, and this shows that we're connected to Wi-Fi. But when we press this, it's showing blue here, and that means that it's in energy saving mode. And you'll see that it's with that 3 there, think of it as 1, 2, 3, and 0, where 1 is 1/4 speed, 2 is half speed, 3 is 75%, and 0 is 100% of full speed. And so if we look at the remote here, this is the app, as Todd refers to. This is the remote, this is the app. So if we look at the app here, the Airspool app, it shows 762 watts right now running on grid power. And it was just running, and we turn this off, which we can do, by the way. You can turn this on or off on the app, or you can turn it on or off on the remote. The problem right now with the app is that it's only on or off. So we hit the AC limiter. AC limiter is the same thing as the SC button. So we hit the AC limiter here. You'll see that that toggles back to being full power. So this is going to go up here eventually. Give it a second. I was running at around 1100 watts. And yeah, we're in Las Vegas. It's late August. Still pretty hot outside, especially because we run this unit out on the tarmac. We're somewhat careless because we have these units. We have a lot of these units floating around here. So we don't necessarily run things that efficiently. Don't put things on super hot tarmac on the south side of your house if you can avoid it, because you get close to the operating range, which is 135 degrees here. And if you can think of the tarmac, if you hit an infrared thermometer, that ground there is probably 160 degrees. So you can think about just above it is not that much, probably under 160 degrees. So ideally, don't put it in that type of, ideally shade your units if you live in a super hot environment like Las Vegas. At least don't put them up on the roof or tarmac without some type of shading. Okay, so anyway, we're at 1042 here watts. And yeah, on the AC limiter, we'll try a different setting now. So by the way you change the speed is this thing that looks like this indoor unit here. And if you hit it once, 3, so this is going to start going down slightly. Take a minute here. So it's starting to 1042, 1005. Oh, that's all the way down to 1. So, okay, now this is all the way down to 25% speed. And so this will start jumping off the cliff now in terms of low power. And so, yeah, eventually you'll be down to only around 300 watts. And so pretty big advantage if you want to just run this at nighttime and not have to dig into your batteries, or if you're having your garage or whatever, it's like 300 watts. I mean, in most places, that's going to be on average around 3.5, 4 cents a kilowatt hour. Your results may vary in Connecticut, New York, California, Hawaii, etc. You know where you are if you're in a high kilowatt hour area, but in most places, yeah, 25% you can run your garage. You don't feel too guilty about spending 3 or 4 cents an hour if it's at 25%. So that's a reason to use this energy saving mode. But yeah, obviously you're not getting as much cooling, so that's a trade-off. Because right now we're down now to 320 watts. And So the coil right now, instead of being at like 35, 40, it's 62. And 62 is still a lot cooler than the space in here, which is 80, 85. And and from high humidity areas, like how can you stand 85 and not be all sweaty? Well, the humidity in this room is probably about 2% now, so it works. We probably should, probably because we've been playing around with this on different modes, it probably is not running as hard as it could be the whole time. And probably because we turn the ones off in other parts of the building at this late hour. So yeah, this is a great feature, I think, for Airspool and EG4 units. And so right now we're running this, okay, solely on grid power. We're running it now with 0.1, so it's at 25% speed. And right now there's still a little bit of solar left. Todd, push pause for 1 second. I'm going to turn both first.
Go.
Okay, so now we turn this isolator, which we provide with our units, by the way, to the on position. And we have enough solar hooked up to this that it's still now running 100% on solar, 1060 watts on solar, 0 AC. And so the AC limiter ain't going to matter a hill of beans whether you have it on or not, right? Because it doesn't need AC power. So really, I mean, your unit should be configured such that you have enough solar to run it the majority of the day, in which case the AC limiter is really more about nighttime use, provided you have enough power to run enough solar power to run your unit during the daytime. A couple other things. One is that this AC limiter, it's also a trick. Let's say that your space, let's say you're in a little trailer or something, or you're in a bedroom and you say, hey, I have this 12,000 BTU unit. It's really oversized for my space. The compressor, by the way, this has an inverter compressor, so that's what makes all this magic happen. The compressor is able to run at quarter speed. Traditional air conditioners, you can see it, you can feel it, you can hear it when they first come on. It's an inrush current, and they're either on or off. This has variable speed compressor and variable refrigerant flow, so that's what makes all this magic possible, okay? But even with these units, they like to run, having said that, the inverter compressor systems like to run, and so if it's a 12,000 BTU unit for a 10 by 10 foot bedroom or something, it might want to still try and run closer to 12,000, and that's maybe a controls issue. But a trick that we've heard that works is run it with the AC limiter on at 25% speed, and then you'll be more comfortable and you'll also be saving money, all right? How do you do that in a day? Because again, if you've got that 10 by 10 foot bedroom, but you have 1,500 or 2,000 watts hooked up to your unit, it's still going to be running full bore. Take away a panel or two, okay? Then again, the compressor will run at quarter speed or half speed. And the other thing I wanted to point out is if you turn this unit off, unfortunately, it forgets your energy saving settings. And that's kind of inconvenient, but really, you shouldn't need to turn it off. Just keep it on all night long with your whatever speed you're most comfortable with, and leave it on, because again, you're going to be saving quite a bit of money by having it at the slow speeds at night anyway. But once you turn it off, you have to turn back on the save energy mode or energy saving mode, and you might forget to do that or whatever. So hopefully you can leave it on at the 25% speed. So we're Airspool. We talk about air conditioning. We talk about solar. We talk about solar air conditioning and heating. If you like anything you saw here, give it a thumbs up, give it a comment, and potentially subscribe to our channel. Thanks for your time.